Good morning, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I am the Brofect one, AJ. Welcome to Brofect Sports Talk on this beautiful February 15th, 2023. How we doing today? It's a good day. It's a good day to be a sports fan. It's a good day to be every sports fan, especially a Chiefs, Eagles. Shout out to you guys for winning the Super Bowl. But hey, we have got some stuff to talk about and some stuff to break down. So let's go ahead and get into it. While I try to get my computer to work. There we go. Let's go ahead and start it off in the NFL, actually, as the Cardinals and Colts. They are waking up with new head coaches. They were hired yesterday. Cardinals getting the Eagles defensive coordinator, Gannon, while the Colts get the Eagles offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen. That's a great name. Gannon, another great name. Shout out to the boys for getting head coaching jobs. I'm confused though. I'm a little confused here though because the Cardinals, they made a big stink and made a big deal about saying Kyler Murray, he's gonna be involved in the process. We're gonna get Kyler involved in the process, and he's got to like the head coach. He's got to like him. He's got to respect him, and they got to be able to work together. And I understand that. We've already paid Kyler Murray too much fucking money, and it looks like we're gonna continue to do so as well. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Defensive-minded quarterback with an offensive-minded quarterback, and then we also have Vance Joseph. We already got Vance Joseph on the defensive side of the ball, and I thought that was the only part of the team that worked half decent. I really did. I didn't see. I don't see it. I don't see why we needed another defensive guy to come in when we got a defensive guy that's doing his thing and doing a freaking awesome job. And if we were going to go with a defensive guy, I would have rather gone with Vance Joseph. He's already in tune with the boys. He already knows the systems and everything that they have in place and how everyone operates. But maybe it's a culture thing. Maybe Vance was part of the issue last year. I mean, you didn't have to watch much of Hard Knocks to understand that the Cardinals didn't look like they were going far, and Cliff was about as inspiring as Chef Boyardee, honest to God. I mean, the guy was dull as fuck. Kind of funny that the two head coaches we're talking about were both teams were on Hard Knocks this season. Obviously, the Colts before the season. I like this move by the Colts, though. I'm a really big fan of this by the Colts, hiring this offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, to come in. He did excellent with the Eagles. I mean, I would say that was the best part of their team. Everyone's going to say, oh, that Eagles defense was so good and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they were good, but they didn't face any offenses all season. They didn't face any offenses until the Super Bowl, and what did they do? They let the Chiefs run up 37 points on them. Regardless what your feelings are about some calls and everything like that. I'm interested to see this move, though, for both teams. The Colts are in such disarray right now. They have tried every quarterback under the sun. They have tried to get everyone to come there, and they got the players, they got the guys, they've paid the guys, but no one's performing. No one is performing. The Jeff Saturday experiment was an absolute disaster. Frank Reich couldn't get it done this year. Hey, maybe we need some new blood. Maybe we need some outside blood, some young gun to come in and change it around. I mean, what are they going to do at quarterback, though? What are they going to do at quarterback? You still going to have Matt Ryan start? Really? Huh? Okay. I mean, yeah, you got him on another year for a shit ton of money. Got to pay him. You've got to play him. Pay him and play him. Got to do it. Now, when we come to which coach is in the better situation, these were the two teams that waited probably the longest they could to hire a head coach before going into the season. And honest to God, the Colts' job, in my opinion, was a lot more appealing. Not only do you have all those high draft value, not only do you have a good top 5 pick, so do the Cardinals, but the Cardinals aren't looking for a quarterback. It's a solid quarterback draft class. I'm a fan of it. When you got Hooker, Stetson Bennett, all those guys coming in, you got options, and that's an option that can sit behind Matt Ryan for a year and then come in and get going. And I think that's what Shane Steichen and the Colts are going to do, and that's why I like their position a lot better. And I think they're going to be in a better position than the Cardinals going into the season. I do. Unfortunately, and I hate to say it, I'm a Cardinals fan, but there is nothing about this organization, whether it's hiring a new head coach or a new quarterback or anything at this time, that I should have any faith in them. Honestly, they're kind of like the Arizona Diamondbacks to me right now. Show me that you can do something that's good for the team before I give my trust into you again. Not to mention that the Cardinals are not going to have Kyler Murray for the first half of the season. That's rough. What are we going to do? I'm asking, what the hell are we going to do? Because I don't know. I really don't know. Yo, Joseph, good morning. Welcome in, bud. Record high of 73 and sunny. Hey, baseball is right around the corner. We'll talk a little baseball in a little bit. I got some thoughts going on about that. I do just want to touch on the NFL. One more thing. The Raiders release Derek Carr before money is guaranteed. Shout out to Derek Carr for holding his ground, not waiving the no trade clause. And hey, he's a free agent now. I love this. I love this for Derek Carr. I think he's going to be the hottest quarterback on the market behind Jimmy G. Depending on how that recovery's going, Jimmy G seems to be good. But then the question, of course, is where Derek Carr will go. Where is he going to go? Where is he going to go? I only see a couple teams that are reasonable. I really do. I got the Jets, the Panthers, possibly the Colts, and the 49ers. AJ, the 49ers have Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. What are you thinking? Yeah, but both of those guys, I mean, we really don't know what we got, especially in Trey Lance. Trey Lance, the 49ers have no idea what they got, and they like quarterback controversy. Bring Carr in for a year, bring him in for 2. What's the injury looking like to Brock Purdy? 6 months recovery after the surgery is what I'm hearing. Not really sure how Trey Lance's recovery is going. 49ers are a appeasing spot. The Colts love an old quarterback. They love an old quarterback. Derek Carr, he's a younger quarterback, but he's got that veteran in him. Kind of like him to go to the Colts for that reason. Now the Panthers, I'm hearing Carr to the Panthers every other sentence on TV, and I hate that move. I hate that move. More than anything, I hate the move because why the fuck would he want to go there? He's a free agent. Why would he want to go there? Why would he want to go to an organization that arguably is worse than the Cardinals in how it's constructed? Arguably traded everybody that was worth a damn on the team. I don't know. I don't like him to the Panthers. I like him going to the Jets, Jets. You heard it here first. I love it. And I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. I really don't. Jets are looking for an offensive... the Jets are looking for a veteran quarterback. Simple as that. Simple as that. They're looking for a quarterback. A veteran quarterback. Get him in there. Let him. Let Wilson sit behind him for a year. Learn how to be a quarterback in the NFL. Learn how to care about your goddamn team and take responsibility when you need to. Let him go there. I love Derek Carr to the Jets, especially if Rodgers doesn't go there. I do. What are the Niners going to do at QB? Keep Garoppolo? Nah, Garoppolo is so gone. Garoppolo is so gone, Joseph. It's not even funny. I wish he would stay. I think Garoppolo is probably the best quarterback they have on the roster, but they're not going to be able to keep him. They just won't. It's simple as that. They can't keep him. Why? Because Shanahan hates him. Shanahan hates him. I don't know if he hates him because he's porn star Jimmy. I don't know if he hates him because he's too good looking, but he hates him. And so he's long gone. Yeah, I know everyone's talking Rodgers to the Jets. I see it. I see it in a very small possible window, but he is still under contract with the Packers, and I don't know if he's leaving. I really don't see him leaving. I don't. I know we're going into this retreat. I know there's so much brouhaha about what's going on, but it's the same shit as last year. Same shit as the year before, and same shit when Jordan Love got drafted. He ain't leaving. I'm sorry, he ain't leaving. And yeah, the Packers are going to have to sign Jordan Love to another contract if they want to keep a hold of him, but they've seen what he can do. They've seen what he can do in practice in the offseason. I don't think they're going to like that. I don't think they like it. And that's why, give me Rodgers to the Packers again. Run it back one more time. Or if he's not going to the Packers, he's going to the Raiders. He's going to the Raiders. He's not going to the Jets. I don't see any situation where he goes to the Jets, unfortunately. And now, yes, we'll probably be sitting here in a week and I'll be on freezing cold takes, but I'll take it. I don't see it. Bucks would be a great landing spot for Rodgers. Yeah, but they're like $50 million over cap, I think, or something like that. Brady retiring definitely didn't help their dead cap space. Yeah, that would be a great spot. That would be a great spot if they can make the money work, cash over cap or something like that. They got the owner to do it. I don't know. Got me thinking on that one, Joseph. Bucks, that'd be interesting as hell. Interesting as hell. But Joseph, let's get into what you came here for. Let's talk about some baseball. Baseball's right around the corner. We got the World Baseball Classic coming up, which looks stacked. which looks stacked. First time in a long time that it's back, and the boys are coming out to play in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, please go to ESPN, take a look at the rosters. It's going to be a hell of a time and a great introduction to the baseball season. Now let's go ahead and get into your question here, Joseph. Baseball thinks it has a demographic problem, a high average age of fans. Doesn't the anti-traditional moves, ghost runners, clocks, etc., risk alienating current fans badly? You can tell I haven't had my coffee yet by the fact I still can't read. But then again, if you've watched this show, you know I can't read half the time. Yes and no. Yes and no. I understand that it is a traditional game. I love the tradition of baseball. You know, it goes all the way back to the opposing team hits a home run in your stadium. You throw the damn ball back. I need to see more of that. We want to talk about tradition, Joseph. Let's talk about getting people to throw the ball back. You got to throw the ball back, okay? You don't keep that ball. I don't give a shit who hits it. You keep the ball. You throw the ball back, all right? And this, you know, I don't think it's going to alienate old fans. I really don't, because even though these changes seem like a really big deal in baseball, I don't see it as being that much more, if that makes sense. I don't see it being that big of a step in baseball where we're implementing a pitch clock, where we're implementing bigger bases, where we're implementing, you know, the pickoff rules and everything like that, enforcing balks a little bit more. I don't see that being really an issue in the tradition of baseball. Now, the issue in tradition of baseball that I think is going to alienate older fans is these motherfuckers ain't cheating anymore. I mean, you know, outside of stealing signs and having buzzers attached to you, the boys ain't trying anymore. And yeah, they've had to really crank down on pitchers and everything like that, but that's the MLB's own fault in introducing these dead balls and juiced balls and everything like that. These pitchers were looking for any inch, and they were taking a mile. I get it, but hey, I think that's the bigger issue, Joseph. I really don't think it's going to be almost noticeable at some point. The pitch clock, I think, will become so normal. They might have it on TV. They might not. I don't see them displaying it per se like they would a play clock in the MLB in the NFL or the NBA. I see it more as a tool within the stadium just to keep the pace going. And these pitchers are going to be able to put it into their routine. They're going to be able to get used to it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. The bases are just going to be a big talking point in the beginning of the season. That's all. It's going to get annoying at some points, probably, listening to them talk about all these rule changes and everything like that. But I think besides the first couple weeks of the season, it's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. The issue we're going to have is to see whether the MLB uses a singular ball, one type of ball, throughout the entire season, for every game, for every team. Because, yeah, it's great that the Yankees and Aaron Judge are getting these juice balls so he can break a home run record and everything like that. But what about me? What about me who drives my ass down to downtown Phoenix to watch Diamondbacks game, and I'm seeing people hit below 200? That's unacceptable. That is worse than the game. Stolen base being back in the game. Yeah, thank you. And that's the other thing, Joseph. I think it's bringing back a lot of the game that we lost. You know, you and me, we're more traditional guys. We can sit there and we can watch a good pitching duel. We understand what's going on. But to go back to the demographic problem, which they definitely do have, I don't know a lot of people my age that aren't degenerate gamblers that watch baseball. They need to get people involved. Stealing bases, base hits, not having to beat the shift. That stuff is what drives viewers to baseball. They want action. They want the action, and they're going to get the action now. Thank God. You know, every sport has essentially done this already. It just took baseball 15 years to catch up. Every sport has made the offense more enjoyable, has made offense more of a game, because no one gives a shit about defense, unfortunately. We want the highlights. We want the home runs. We want the slam dunks. We want everything like that. And every sport up until, you know, now has done it except baseball, but baseball's doing it. Thank you, baseball. Thank you for finally getting with the times. The only thing, Joseph, I will definitely say would probably deter every traditional fan would be if they do implement these robo-umps that I'm seeing. I split my time between Kentucky and Jacksonville. That's nice. Driving down to Miami or over to Tampa is a trek. Yeah, that's a time and a half. Twice a year? I don't blame you, man. Those have got to be some nice stadiums out there. I need to get out there and see a game. I do. I've been in Bob too long, or Chase Field, or whatever they call it now. I need to get out, explore some more stadiums. I've been to the Padres Stadium. That's gorgeous, right there on the bay. Ooh, shout out Padres. But, you know, those robo-umps. I read that article the first time and then that it was going to be put into minor leagues. Yeah, fuck that. You know? They might be stoppable. They might be stoppable if Rob Manfred ever gets the fuck out of town. That stooge, that idiot, that moron. Can't stand him. Don't say that, Joseph. They are stoppable. They have to be stoppable. And, you know, maybe, and I'm just saying, maybe we get some younger blood into umping. Get some people who understand the game. Get the people who understand the fact that every single TV copy will have a strike zone painted on the TV and that the fans, the public, everyone can see it. It's terrible. It's terrible. The robo-umps, sure, we'll get the calls right, but that's not baseball. That's not baseball. Cheaper than flying to see the Expos. Wife wasn't too keen on baseball, but she loved Montreal. Hey, Montreal's got to be a beautiful city. Need to get out there, too. The Expos. Shout out to the Expos. They were epic. Did you see, Joseph? Fun little fact for you, that the last player to be drafted by the The last player playing a sport that was drafted by the Expos has retired, and that was Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the last drafted Expos player to retire. So shout out to Tom Brady. Shout out to the Expos for an epic run there. I've got an old Randy Johnson Expos card that I absolutely love and will keep with all my life. Shout out Randy Johnson. You're freaking awesome. Now an NFL picture guy. Shout out to him. Followed the Reds when they had ST in Plant City. Okay. But moving to AZ was hard on Reds fans. I can imagine. I don't think we get a lot of their games out here. Welcome to the NL, bud. And yeah, Brady, absolutely crazy. Think out to him. Shout out to the Expos. But yeah, Joseph, going back to it though, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think everyone is just looking for something to talk about, and people love talking about the baseball drama that's going on behind the scenes, and that's going to be just a big factor. It is, unfortunately. But hey, I'm just stoked for baseball to be back. I'll be following the World Baseball Classic. You can stay tuned for content here. We'll be doing all that. Last player to wear an Expos uniform in a game was Brad Wilkerson. Oh, really? From Owensboro, Kentucky. Shout out, Joseph. Thanks for waking up with me this morning. Love having you here, bud. With all the interesting information. I did not know that. MLB. Can't wait for baseball. Can't wait for baseball to be back. All right, now while we wrap up here, just one more thing I do need to cover before I've got to head off to work. College basketball. Big news coming out of New Mexico State University, of all places. There's this epic and insane hazing scandal going on right now. And they have already fired their head coach, Greg Heyer. I honestly haven't gotten that deep into it. All I know is that there are hazing allegations going around all of their sports. They canceled the rest of their basketball season and all other sports while this is under investigation. Yeah, not a good look. Not a good look. Can't do that in 2023. But hey, we'll see if they get it back on track. March Madness right around the corner. We will get back into that. You can... having a brain fart already. But yeah, March around the corner. We'll see what happens. New Mexico State not going to be a part of it. Shout out to them. John Ronch was a customer of mine. Really? I have a picture of him with me when he was his Shy Sox contract signing bonus. Oh, that's awesome. New Mexico thing is wild. Self-imposed death penalty. Wow. I know. Just an absolute death shot to the organization and to New Mexico sports overall. Granted, I don't know if we can really call it the death penalty considering they were never really alive, but other sports, that is. We'll see what comes of it. We'll see what comes of it. I am interested in what's going on. Joseph, thank you. Joseph, thank you for watching, and thank you to anyone else who does watch throughout the day. I'll be doing this probably every other day, so like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm finalizing that schedule, and we'll be able to do this a lot more, talk everything sports before I go to work. So, that's all I got today. Joseph, you got anything else? I know it's on a little bit of a delay for some reason. I can't change that. You got anything else, bud? Because I'm willing to talk about it. That's the only thing. I'm waiting, honestly, I'm waiting for Kevin Durant to start. I'm waiting for Kevin Durant to start for the Suns. I want to see how that's going to work. I want to see if the Suns still have a goddamn chance. Because they've been playing like ass recently. Absolute ass. Well, thank you again, Joseph. Thank you to all the Degens out there. If you're watching this on delay, thanks for giving a watch. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join the other 229 Degens already subscribed. And thank you for those of you watching, supporting the show. Joseph, shout out to you waking up with me this morning. Let's get it done today. Have a wonderful day, Degens. I've been the Brofect 1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.